Yeah, if you were going to have something like this, how would you pay for that?
Straight cash, homie.
Hey forum, Manny back here with another video on the CascadeScents fragrance station, and this time I'm doing a rankings video for a specific type of niche fragrance with my good friend Lily. Thank you for doing this.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So you are the second Lily to be on this channel, so you have some big shoes to fill. Not really, you do your thing. I'm glad you're here.
Was she Lily with 2 L's or 3 L's?
3.
Okay, Lily with 2 L's.
Alright, so you gotta differentiate. What kind of fragrance do you kind of wear daily, or which ones do you own? Which ones do you like, historically?
So I guess my all-time favorite is Light Blue by Dolce & Gabbana. My new favorite is Chloe Eau de Parfum. But then I know that I also own and wear semi-frequently Spice Bomb. I also have a funny anecdote. This was a number of years ago. I don't know if you even remember this. I was asking you about like fragrance recommendations because I was kind of running out of what I had and I wanted something new. And I said, oh, what do you think of Euphoria by Calvin Klein? And at the time we were in our early 20s and you said, what are you, 30? And so I took offense to that and I didn't buy it for a little while, but then I ultimately bought it.
I was so scathing about Euphoria, and honestly, it's just, that's dead ass what I think of, and I don't think that's a bad thing now in retrospect. Early 20s Manny was a little bit more angsty, so just saying.
It's okay. It's my least favorite of the ones that I own.
Okay. That being said, the reason you're here is because you're not really a fragrance connoisseur like myself, or most people I have on this channel, and that is why I want to get your opinions on certain types of niche fragrances. And to those of you who don't know what niche fragrances are, they're super expensive more often than not, and they come from brands that predominantly focus on just fragrance and not a whole lot else. They don't really follow that many tropes, and they're kind of special with what they specifically do as far as their own gimmickry. So as a result, these are niche fragrances that I will typically direct people to when it comes to them trying them out for the first time. So, are you ready for this? We are gonna get this underway, starting with this one right here.
Okay, I like this a lot. It smells kind of like when you think of like a man's fragrance, like all those body washes that you get. I feel like this kind of smells like that, but I think that's a really good smell. This is definitely something that I want my man to wear.
What could you see him wearing it for?
Probably not to go to work, but like a date.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really good.
No, I like how you pointed that out because I actually think it's too loud to go to work with as well. But I definitely see why you like it. What would you give it out of 10?
That's probably like an 8.
Wow. Okay. Alrighty. It's funny because I feel like some people will be triggered by this getting an 8 because they might want it to get higher.
Oh my gosh, is this going to be controversial?
No, don't worry. You're good.
In the fragrance community?
No, it's not exactly tea. No, I think you're good.
Okay.
I think 8's like the minimum this gets before someone cries. It's Aventus by Creed, and Creed is known for predominantly this fragrance lately because of how much of a mass appealing fragrance this is. So more often than not, women and men are both taken aback by this fragrance, and it's actually characterized by a pineapple ingredient note. It smells like that along with like manly musks and smoke, and it's also fresh overall. Yeah. But this is something you overall dig.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
8 out of 10, Aventus by Creed. There, you happy now? Alright, moving on, second scent. Alright.
So, this one, I don't like as much. Meh, like I'm kind of just indifferent to it.
Okay, about that scent, is there maybe a specific type of person you could see wearing that day to day or for a certain occasion?
This smells like it might be more unisex, and when I think of who might wear this, it smells more like a woman. She's probably not a young woman.
Okay.
But these are expensive fragrances, so she probably has a good job to be able to afford it. So, an older, well-employed woman.
And as a result, I'm going to presume you might not be wearing it yourself or your man. Is that correct?
No. But, well, we were talking about this earlier, how I think that even if you don't like the fragrance that your partner wears in the first place, you come to associate it with them, so you like it anyway, but I would never buy that for him.
Out of 10, what would you give it?
I'm going to say 4.5.
Whoa!
I don't want to go all the way down to 4.
Totally fair, because I feel like this fragrance has such a like-hate relationship. I don't think a lot of people totally love this, despite a lot of people having it. They low-key call this the scent of New York. It's called Santal 33 by Labo, and that's a hipster-ish brand that is known for their minimalist, modernist style fragrances, but they're super quote-unquote wearable, versatile, and definitely unisex. Not for you. Okay, up next, here we go.
Okay, if the last one was an older woman's fragrance, this is an elderly woman's fragrance. Okay. I don't dislike it because it makes me think of like my grandma and like my older aunts and stuff, but I wouldn't wear it for another 40 years.
All right, you wouldn't wear it for another 40 years, and I'm going to presume you wouldn't want your man wearing this remotely. All right, out of 10, what would you give this?
I'll give that one a 5.
Okay. Lovely. So the one we are talking about is Portrait of a Lady by Frederick Malt, and this fragrance is characterized by its rose and patchouli accord. As a result, it comes off as somewhat classic to some people. I totally love this scent, and I jokingly call it, and people jokingly call it sometimes affectionately, Portrait of a Manny. So there's that.
Do you wear it?
I'm dead ass, I do wear this.
Okay, well, we've never been together when you've worn that.
Oh, okay.
Otherwise, I'm sure I would have said something.
Yeah, I'm sure you would have. It's all good, don't worry. Now, I'm going to explain myself to why I think this is a good starter niche fragrance, which a lot of people would seem to think that it's kind of crazy or volatile. Honestly, it's not, because when it comes to getting into rose for the first time, there's not a whole lot of rose scents that I would consider super safe, because it's just kind of a love it or hate it kind of note, and you might as well start off strong. That's this Portrait of a Lady.
So is this a man's fragrance or a woman's fragrance?
It's a woman's fragrance.
Okay. We both have our like cross-gender fragrance preferences.
Yeah, like we kind of get androgynous with it. Pause. Second last one.
Okay. I think it smells like my old trusty spice bomb.
Okay.
Definitely spicy. It's certainly different, but maybe it's a little bit sweeter. No, it smells good. I like it.
Would you wear this yourself knowing that you do wear a spice bomb? And would you want your man wearing it as well?
I would definitely wear it. That kind of goes without saying. I think my man could wear it. There's other fragrances that I would prefer on him, but I would not be mad at this because it smells so good.
Rating wise, what would you give this out of 10?
I think a 7.
All right. The one we are talking about is Layton Exclusive by Parfums de Marly. It's a lovely designer-ish fragrance as far as what you might have smelt already in the designer level, but with more premium ingredients. And there's actually a predecessor of that scent called just Layton. But Layton itself is even furthermore mundane in my personal opinion. This one is a little bit more masculine, a little bit more animalistic, it has some coffee in there that's a little deeper, and it's a little woodier overall. So that's why I included it in this list, because if you're gonna get into entry-level niche perfumes, Parfums de Marly I think is a great place to start, and you might as well start off strong with this. So Layton Exclusive, Parfums de Marly, 7 out of 10. Okay, last but not least, here we go.
Okay, I really like this one. I can see this one maybe out of all of them being the most unisex. I could see it go both ways. It smells really good. It smells really good.
I was gonna say, as far as this being like super unisex and whatnot, could you see yourself wearing it? If not, could you see your partner wearing it?
Both.
Really? Okay. And what would you wear that for?
Everything. Like work, or maybe like a first date, or like an interview, but not like a party night, because like this smells really daytime to me.
Oh, okay.
It smells really good.
Cool. So, if you had to score it out of 10, what would you give it?
I'll give it a 9.
Whoa! Alright. Bow Da Freak by Byredo, which is probably the most identifiable brand as far as CascadeScents is concerned. Now, it's funny because when it comes to those like hipster-ish minimalist brands, they're one of those brands that seem to be marked out for by a lot of makeup vloggers and female celebrities who I kind of lean with taste-wise, funny enough. I guess that you're in that crowd too, so I'm over the moon that we can be on that tip. There we go. Bow Da Freak by Byredo. We have a winner, 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
Good lord. I'm so glad that you're about this. So, rip to the rest of the fragrances.
Creed was good too.
Okay.
Those two are the best ones.
So it's funny, just by judging, I think it's natural that you're going to lean towards more daytime-ish fragrances. And I definitely say that these are this.
Yeah.
Okay, cool, lovely. That being said, thank you for doing this, Lily. I really appreciate it. So yeah, dead ass, I've known Lily for almost 14 years. Yeah. She's one of my best friends. So I'm glad you did this. Thank you so much.
Well, we've been talking about it for a long time, so
yeah,
did it.
Totally. Well, there you guys go. Thank you for tuning in as always. Again, if you really liked the video, 500 likes and a random subscriber in the comments gets an assorted niche fragrance sample pack. If you guys want to see Lily with 2 L's back on the channel again, please let us know in the comments as well. And until then, I guess I'll see you later. Anything you want to say?
Nope.
Here, say bye to everyone. Bye. Take care, guys. Peace out. Bye. Wear your fragrances.